Welcome back to Coyote Softball here on KSVPTV.com. The count is 3-2 to Daniela Munoz. The pitcher for the Roswell Lady Coyotes is Daniela Hernandez, the freshman utility player, but she will get the start here in Game 2 as the pitch in the circle is going to be a strikeout. Swing and a miss for out number 1. So Daniela Hernandez, 7 pitches total to Daniela Munoz. Coming up to the play now will be number 5, Erica Salas, the shortstop in this ball game. And there's the pitch, and that's going to be strike number 1, as that's going to be a called strike. Lady Coyotes win 17-0 in Game 1 in 3 innings. And now we're about to start Game 2, and that one's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, 6-3 for the first out. Oh, beg your pardon, it's going to be the second out. So it's going to be a ground ball in play. Out at first for out number 2. Bringing it up to the plate now will be number 7, Alexia Miramontes. Miramontes will be playing center field here in this ball game. And there is the pitch, and that's going to be swing and a miss for strike 1. And Daniela Hernandez doing the job here for the Lady Coyotes here in Game 2. And there's going to be a dribbler to second base. That's going to go 4-3 for the third out. So good inning for Hernandez, as the ground ball will be an out at first base. So in the middle part of the first inning, Dexter, no runs on no hits, no errors. 11 pitches for Daniela Hernandez coming up for the Coyotes, Escobar, Aragon, and Lucero. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
With the hustle, bustle, and bright lights of the holidays in the rearview mirror, it's time to ease into the new year with a new car or truck from your friends at Roswell Ford. Because nobody makes car buying easier. With more than 500 pre-owned vehicles in stock and brand new units arriving all the time, finding the perfect vehicle is easy. A 3-day money-back guarantee on all pre-owned vehicles makes the decision easy. No payments for 90 days easily gives you time to put those holiday expenses behind you. And with a goal of 100% credit approval, Roswell Ford even makes financing easy, regardless of your credit situation. And we happily accept I-10s. Like I said, easy. So make some time and come see what we have for you at the Tailgate Nation. Whatever you're looking for, you can count on Roswell Ford to keep it simple and make it easy. We're waiting for you now at the corner of 9th and Main, so we're even easy to find.
All right, welcome back to Lady Coyote Softball on KSVPTV.com. Middle part of the first inning, Dexter again, no runs on no hits, no errors with 11 pitches for the freshman Daniela Hernandez. Coming up for Roswell will be Emma Escobar, Yarida Aragon, and Jasmine Lucero. Pitching for Dexter, number 12, Daniela Munoz, the pitcher, the 8th grader, will be in the circle, and the first pitch will be ball 1 as it goes upstairs. A little bit of a breeze going north-northwest, about 67 degrees, as Daniela Munoz will pitch, and that's going to be outer half for ball 2. 2 balls and a donut with no outs. 0-0 is the score here in the bottom half of the first inning. The hitter is Emma Escobar. That's going to be fouled back for strike 1. As the nachos smell good with the jalapenos and the grandmother cookies. Pure leaf tea with lemonade and lemon lime drinks. Daniela Munoz will deliver. That's going to be ball 3. 3 balls and a penny. And Munoz delivers. And that one's going to be hit to the left side, and it's going to be an error right off the bat for Dexter. So it'll be a fly ball. Error on the left fielder, Briscoe. Coming up to the plate now will be number 12, Yarida Aragon. Scoring position is Esquivel. First pitch is going to be a strike, and that's going to be a called strike. In just a moment, we'll talk a little bit of schedules and stuff for both squads. That's going to be fouled back. Didn't talk too much about anything in game one, as it was a pretty much a blowout, 17-0. So we're going to start game two here. That's a new beginning for the Lady Demons. And that's going to be a called strike 3. And that will be out number 1. Coming up to the plate now will be number 6, Jasmine Lucero. The third batter of 9. Daniela Munoz with 8 pitches. Defensively, for Dexter will be Aguilar at third base, Salas at shortstop, Mendoza at second base, and Mills at first base. And for the outfield will be Briscoe in left, Miramontes in center, Phillips in right field, and the battery for game number 2 will be Munoz and Duran, as Esquivel will advance to third base on the pass ball. There is Munoz now. She delivers, and that's going to be a base hit up the middle as the ball is in play. Hard hit line drive. And the Lady Coyotes will jump out with the lead 1-0 now, as we are here in the bottom half of the first inning. Daniela Munoz, the pitcher for Dexter, throws the curveball, and that's going to be fouled back for strike 1. Cyrene Morales, the shortstop, will foul that one back for strike number 2. Beautiful afternoon, actually beautiful evening, and there's going to be another error on the center fielder, as Lucero will surpass second base and stand up on 3. The ball will be in play, as there's another fly ball, but we'll call it an error on center fielder. Coming up to the plate now will be Bella Ornelas, as she fouls that one back for strike 1. Scores 1-0. Count is 0-1. And that one's going to be upstairs for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The score is 1-0, so all ones here in the first inning. Daniela Munoz will deliver, and that one's going to be fouled back on the concession stand, and that's going to be strike number 2. And that's going to be just outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And that one's going to be hit to center field once again, and that one's going to be caught as as Lucero will tag and score. (2-0) now is a score for the Lady Coyotes. 2-0, 2 outs, and the hitter now is number 15, Elena Tarin, draws ball 1. Sari Morales at second base. That's going to be a called strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs to the hitter, Elena Tarin, the first baseman. That's going to be a changeup, swing and a miss. Munoz delivers. And that's going to be strike 3. And that's a called strike. So at the end of 1, 2 runs on 2 hits with 2 errors and 22 pitches for Daniela Munoz. Coming up for Dexter will be Mills, Duran, and Phillips. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
If a sports injury is keeping you from the physical activities you love, the sports medicine team at Artesia General Hospital can help. Their orthopedic specialists and physical therapists work closely with you throughout diagnosis and treatment. No matter the injury, from ACL injuries, golfers and tennis elbow to foot and ankle pain, they'll get you back in the game. Appointments are available in Artesia or Carlsbad. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/sports.
Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company, here to tell you about the birds and the bees. Well, at least the bees. That's because we're taking orders for live bees now. You can get a 3-pound box of live bees complete with a queen. That's enough to start a hive and get you in the beekeeping business. It's a fascinating hobby that benefits the environment and yields the sweet rewards of honey. But you have to order those by the 15th of March, so come see us at Roswell Seed Company. And as for the birds, do you really think I should be the one to tell you about that?
Believe it or not, your home insurance company.
All right, at the end of 1, 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, 22 pitches for Munoz. Coming up for Dexter now will be Mills, Duran, and Phillips. As we begin the second inning, the pitcher is the freshman, number 3, Daniela Hernandez. Pitching in game 2, classified as the utility player here as far as positions are concerned. There's the first pitch and swing and a miss for strike 1. This young lady has a lot of talent and has a bright future here for the Lady Coyotes as she continues to pitch in the circle here. And that's going to be a first pitch, and now it's going to be popped up to center field, and that's going to be out number 1. Coming up now will be number 10, Jasmine Duran. Duran is the 5th hitter of 9, 0 for 0 in this ball game. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. And that's going to be foul out of play. Strike number 2. And a nice changeup for strike number 3. That's going to be the first strikeout of the ball game for Hernandez. And that's going to be the second out for the Lady Coyotes. Coming up to bat for the Lady Demons will be Sarah Phillips. And that's going to be a called strike. And that one's in the dirt. Nice block by Marquez. And that's going to be foul back for strike number 2. As they're learning how to use the 1101 scoreboard, Daktronics, doing a better job here in game 2. And that's going to be another strikeout for Hernandez. So at the middle part of 2, Dexter, no runs, no hits, no errors on 9 pitches for Daniela Hernandez, the freshman. Coming up for the Lady Coyotes will be Alexa Estrada, Hernandez, and Marquez. Once again, Estrada, Hernandez, and Marquez. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
We take the worry out of buying pre-owned vehicle with a 139-point inspection and backed with a 3-day money-back guarantee. You can't make a bad decision shopping at Roswell Ford, home of the Tailgate Nation.
Hi folks, Larry Skane, Service Manager at Roswell Ford. Our mobile service van turns your driveway into a service bay. All work is performed by Ford factory-trained technicians. Call Roswell Ford today to schedule your no-hassle mobile service appointment.
All right, welcome back to KSVPTV.com as the Lady Coyotes lead 2-0. Middle part of the second inning, no runs on no hits, no errors. And Daniela Hernandez had only 9 pitches. Coming up for the Roswell Lady Coyotes will be Alexia Estrada, Daniela Hernandez, and, of course, Emily Marquez. Munoz, the pitcher for the Lady Demons. And that's going to be a curveball away. And this young lady here, as I mentioned earlier, is only an 8th grader. She has actually a couple of sisters playing at Western New Mexico University for the Mustangs. That's going to be ball 2. This youngster here is not scared to play against anybody or any level or any person. I've seen it as she plays some summer ball. I've had the opportunity to coach her as well. And that's going to be fouled back for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, 2-0 is the score as the Lady Coyotes lead here in the bottom half of the second inning. There is the delivery, and that's going to be fouled back for another pitch. And there's the changeup for strike number 3. So that's going to be the first out for the Lady Demons. Coming up to the plate now will be the freshman, Daniela Hernandez. There's Munoz as she delivers. That's going to be upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. And there's going to be a swing and a miss. Here in the bottom half of the second inning, 2-0. And there's going to be a swing and a miss. Let's see what Hernandez can do here, as she is currently the starting pitcher, or is the starting pitcher, and currently has a lead. There's the pitch, and strike number 3. That's going to be the second strikeout for Daniela Munoz here in this half inning. Those licorices now are $1.50 a bag, when back in the day it used to be 5 cents. I'm going to interview these little 8th graders here in just a moment. And that one's going to be fouled back for strike 1 to Emily Marquez. And our scorekeeper, that's learning the 101 Daktronics, doing a great job up here, as they have Twix in the house and grandmother cookies and licorice and hot dogs and you name it up here. There's the pitch, and there's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. 6-3 for the third out. So that ball is in play, ground ball. Runner is out at first base. So at the end of 2, Roswell varsity Lady Coyotes, no runs on no hits, no errors, 13 pitches. For Daniela Munoz, coming up for Dexter will be Briscoe, Mendoza, and Aguilar. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and Lady Coyote Softball.
Believe it or not, your home insurance company isn't evil. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here. A lot of roofers make your insurance company out to be your enemy. They'll talk about fighting and battling your insurance to get you the claim you deserve. But honestly, your insurance company is a group of people just like you and me. That's why we don't treat your roof insurance claim like we're going to war. We treat it like a court case. We provide your insurance company every piece of evidence needed to get you the highest possible claim. We submit photos, videos, detailed documents, and line-by-line estimates. And guess what? Our non-combat approach works. On 92% of roof insurance claims, we get the highest amount the first time. And the rare times we don't, well then, that's when we go to bat for you. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Welcome back to Lady Coyote Softball on KSVPTV.com. 2-0 is a score as we begin the top half of the third inning. Last half, the Roswell Lady Coyotes, no runs on no hits and no errors. Coming out for Dexter will be Briscoe, Mendoza, and Aguilar. And that's going to be ball 1 to Briscoe. And there's going to be a foul in front of the plate there. That was actually a fair ball, but they're going to call it a foul ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's the pitch, and that's going to be ball 2. That one's in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls and a penny to the hitter, Briscoe. And there's the pitch, and that one's going to be a base hit over second base. And the Dexter Lady Demons will have a runner on the bases. Coming up to the plate will be number 22, Yolanda Mendoza, the second baseman, facing Hernandez, the freshman from Roswell High School. There's the pitch, and that's going to be in the dirt, and that gets away from Marquez. That's going to be, let's see what the official scorekeeper is going to rule that as. It's going to be a wild pitch. So the count is 1 ball, no strikes, and there's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Yolanda Mendoza, the hitter, first at bat. There's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 2 as Hernandez does her job in the circle. And that's going to be a nice changeup for strike number 3. Coming up now will be number 6. That's going to be Aaliyah Aguilar. Aguilar currently playing third base for Dexter. That's going to be ball 1. And that looks like that was a nice pitch. Looked like it caught the corner, but the Blues going to say it's ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Hernandez, the pitcher. And that's going to be a nice pitch once again. And, wow, that one looked good to me, but that's going to say, the Blues going to say 3 balls and a strike now to Aguilar. And I'm telling you, guys, this ball is barely missing, if anything. Make that ball 4. And now we're going to return to the top of the lineup with Daniela Munoz. Munoz is 0 for 1 as she struck out in the first inning. Facing Hernandez. There's the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. And Munoz swings, and that one's going to go out of play, and it looks like that this was kicked out here. Do we still have service? Okay, so that's going to be strike 1. Make it strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And this is a big at-bat for Daniela Munoz as she has runners at first and second base. That one's going to hit to the left field, and that's going to be foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Daniela Munoz, the hitter for Dexter. And that one's going to be hit up the middle. And Daniela Hernandez gets the out, win it out, go 1, but she had the runners hung up at third base. But, again, that's going to be okay as the ball is in play. Ground ball to the pitcher. Now brings up to the plate number 5, Emily Salas, as I believe that he called the ball there. And just like that, the ball's going to be in play. So it's going to be a single. And then on the throw. So now the score is 2-2. Daniela Hernandez, the pitcher in the circle for the Lady Coyotes. That's going to be ball 1, and the hitter is number 7, Miramontes. Miramontes is currently 0 for 1 as she grounds out to second base. There's going to be another dribbler to the shortstop, and that's going to go 6-3 for the third out. So the middle part of the third, Dexter has 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 24 pitches for Daniela Hernandez for the Coyotes. Coming up for Roswell High School will be Emma Esquivel, Yarida Aragon, and Jasmine Lucero. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
If a sports injury is keeping you from the physical activities you love, the sports medicine team at Artesia General Hospital can help. Their orthopedic specialists and physical therapists work closely with you throughout diagnosis and treatment. No matter the injury, from ACL injuries, golfers and tennis elbow to foot and ankle pain, they'll get you back in the game. Appointments are available in Artesia or Carlsbad. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/sports.
Hey, Jennifer.
Welcome back to Lady Coyote softball. As the score is 2-2, coming up for Roswell High School will be Esquivel, Aragon, and Lucero. We've got a couple 8th graders here learning how to watch this game, and I'm about to put them on the air here in just a moment. But right now, we're going to start the bottom half of the third inning as Emma Esquivel is the header. That's going to be swing, and that's going to be fouled back. Munoz, the pitcher for Dexter. That's going to be ball 1, outer half. There is the delivery, and that one's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. And Emma Esquivel is going to beat it out, and that's what you expect when you have speed like that. So that's going to be ball in play. And that's going to be a single as Coach Munoz is going to have a discussion with the official. Coming up to the plate now will be number 12, Yarida Aragon. Emma Esquivel at R1. As they get the signal to see if Yarida will try to sacrifice bunt or if they're going to hit away. There's the sacrifice, and there's going to be the stolen base by Esquivel. So really it was just a pullback is what that was. It's going to be ball one. As the official has a timeout. Let's see what Munoz can do here. As there's the pitch, and there's going to be the sacrifice bunt. 5-3 for the first out. So the ball is in play. And now coming up for the Coyotes will be Jasmine Lucero. Jasmine Lucero swings, and that's going to be foul out of play for strike number one. Daniela Munoz, the pitcher for the Lady Demons, as she's facing Lucero. That's going to be ball upstairs for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-2's the score. Lady Coyotes versus the Lady Demons. There is the pitch, and that's going to be upstairs to Lucero. 2 balls and a strike. And the curveball is away. 3 balls and a strike with 1 out. Emma Escobar at third base. Oh, and just misses, but Lucero will draw the walk. So you have Lucero at first base, Escobar at third base. Let's see if Morales will square around, and let's see if Lucero will be put in motion for the steal. 1 out for the Lady Coyotes. And Lucero will trot, as there's going to be a rundown. And that's going to be a nice job by Lucero. So that will be considered a stolen base and a run for Roswell. And a stolen base for Lucero. So the Lady Coyotes now go up by 1 run. 3-2 is the score with 1 out. And you have Asadaí Morales, the shortstop, as the batter for the Coyotes. Nice play. Could be dangerous, but nice play as the R1 or the runner has to continue being in motion. You cannot stop. You can continue with the motion in the middle part of the field, and she just went ahead and trotted. There's going to be a shot to third base, as they're going to call it a base hit. So that ball will be in play. So you have runners at first and third base. 3-2 the score as the Lady Coyotes currently lead in the bottom half of the third inning. With 1 out, coming up is Bella Ornelas. There's the pitch, swing and a miss. And there's going to be a stolen base for Morales. So now runners in scoring position at second and third base. Bella Ornelas, the hitter, with one out. That's going to be a called strike. Oh, that's going to be a drive to the right gap, as one run will score, 2 runs will score, and it's going to be two RBI double for Ornelas. And now the score is 5-2. Bringing up to the plate is Elena Tarin. Elena Tarin struck out looking in the last frame. There's the pitch and the drive, and that one's going to be a base hit, and she'll score another run, and Ornelas goes across the dish for another run. So that ball will be in play. And Tarin will get the single. Score now is 6-2. And that's going to be a ball upstairs for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And Elena Tarin is at first base. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 2. And the hitter is Alexia Estrada. And that's going to be a called strike for strike number 3 and the second out. Coming up to the plate now will be Daniela Hernandez, the 8th batter of 9. She is 0 for 1 in this ball game as she struck out swinging. There's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs for ball 1. There's Hernandez, and that one's going to be a base hit. And Tarin will go around second and head her for third, and she'll stand up at third base as Daniela Hernandez will get a base hit. Okay, so now there's going to be a timeout on the field, and looks like the infield is going to all gather in and talk a little bit, but now I guess they have departed here. So now the score is still 6-2. Runners at the corners. I would imagine that Hernandez will be put in motion here in just a moment, either with a delay steal or a straight steal. We'll see what happens here as the hitter is Emily Marquez. That's going to be upstairs for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And that's a swing and a miss. And that's going to be fouled back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And there's the pitch, and that one's going to be hit hard. That's going to be in foul territory. Okay, here's Daniela Munoz. That's going to be swung and fell back. So right now, Daniela Munoz has currently 63 pitches and 2.2 innings pitched. And there is the delivery. And that one's going to be hit high. And let's see if the Lady Demons will have trouble with it. If they do, Tarin will score. And now you have runners at second and third base. That is going to be a base hit. We're just going to give her a single, though, on that one. So now runners at second and third base. The Coyotes do lead 6-2, and the hitter now is the leadoff, Emma Esquivel. That's a swing and a miss. Emma hit a fly ball and reached on an error by the left fielder and then singled on a ground ball to the shortstop. So she's 1 for 2 in this ball game. And that's going to be foul for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. We're here in the bottom half of the third inning. The score is 6-2. Munoz delivers, and that's going to be hit high. Should be caught by the shortstop, and that's going to be another error for Dexter. So it's going to be a fly ball. And now the score is 8-2 as Emma Esquivel is at first base. Coming up to the plate will be Aragon. And there's going to be another stolen base for Esquivel. So Yarida struck out looking and then also had a sacrifice bunt to the catcher. So he's 0 for 1. And that's a nice pitch by Munoz for strike 1. And that's going to be fouled back for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 8-2's a score. There's the pitch upstairs, and that's going to be ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. 8-2's a score. And that's going to be hit high. Should be caught, but we'll see what happens here. As that's going to be ball in play as a fly out to second base. And so at the end of 3, the Roswell Lady Coyotes had 7 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors, 36 pitches for Munoz. Coming up for Dexter will be Mills, Duran, and Phillips. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching to KSVPTV.com. The score is 8-2 in favor of the Lady Coyotes.
We take the worry out of buying pre-owned vehicle with a 139-point inspection and backed with a 3-day money-back guarantee. You can't make a bad decision shopping at Roswell Ford, home of the Tailgate Nation.
Hi folks, Larry Skane, Service Manager at Roswell Ford. Our mobile service van turns your driveway into a service bay. All work is performed by Ford factory-trained technicians. Call Roswell Ford today to schedule your no-hassle mobile service appointment.
From Trustmark Roofing. Trustmark is one of the only roofing companies that's also a licensed commercial and residential general contractor.
Wow.
I know, who cares, right? Well, you should care. You see, a licensed roofer can install a new roof on your home, but really can't handle structural problems underneath. So if your roof needs reframing or your chimney needs a water diverting cricket, you may need to call a licensed general contractor. And coordinating two companies for your roofing job can get costly and messy fast. As a licensed roofer and general contractor, Trustmark can install a stunning new roof on your home and handle structural issues. This saves you time, money, hassle, and even makes it easier to file an insurance claim. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit us at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
9-2 is a score as we begin the top half of the fourth inning. Coming up for Dexter, as we mentioned, was Mills, Duran, and Phillips. That one's going to be fouled back for strike one. 0-1's the count. And that one's going to be upstairs for ball number one. And all the time I've been saying Mills, it's actually Millis. So Millis actually flew out to center field earlier, as she is 0 for 1 in this ball game. And that's going to be swing and a miss for strike number two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Both. There you go. And that one's hit hard and high, but that one's going to be can of corn for out number one. Now coming up to the plate will be number 10, Jasmine Duran. That's going to be upstairs for ball one. That's going to be a called strike. And that's going to be a lined out to the shortstop for out number two. Coming up now for Dexter will be number 21, Sarah Phillips, the right fielder. Phillips 0 for 1 as she struck out looking in the first inning. And there's going to be a dribbler. Could be trouble. And that, my friends, is going to be considered an error is what they're saying. So the ball is in play. And they're going to rule that as an error on the first baseman. And there's going to be a nice catch by Emma Esquivel as that ball's in play. Lined out to center for the third out. So the middle part of the 4th inning, Dexter had no runs on no hits, 1 error by the first baseman, 10 pitches for Hernandez. Coming up for Roswell will be Lucero, Morales, and Ornelas. Thanks for tuning in and watching. KSVPTV.com. Lady Coyotes lead 9-2.
Need new windows for your home? Beware of the sales gangster. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing and Windows here. A sales gangster is a window salesperson with the mobster mentality. They intimidate, bully, and fast talk you into buying their less than quality windows during a 3-hour pitch. Think I'm kidding? Call a few window companies and see for yourself. Or you can skip the sales gangsters and call Trustmark. We have fair, no-nonsense pricing on our premium windows, and our appointments take only about 60 to 75 minutes. Just long enough to listen to what you need, show you your options, answer your questions, and give you a straightforward quote. Then it's up to you. We can take a no just as easy as a yes, but I'll guarantee you this. No sales gangsters. Sound fair? Call Trustmark Roofing and Windows for your no-obligation spring window assessment. 575-755-7663 or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
All right, we're back. Score's 9-2 as we begin the bottom half of the 4th inning. Coming up for Roswell will be Jasmine Lucero, Sadi Morales, and Bella Ornelas. Jasmine Lucero is 1 for 1 currently as she singled on a line drive to center field and also had a walk. Now she is facing Daniela Munoz once again, as that's going to be ball away. One ball, no strikes, no outs. And the curveball is going to be away once again. 2 balls and no strikes. To Jasmine Lucero, the hitter. That one's going to be a line drive to the shortstop for out number 1. Jasmine Lucero, the lonesome senior. Now coming up to the plate will be number 11, Sadi Morales, and she is 1 for 2 in this ball game as she draws ball 1. Sadi hit a fly ball and reaches on an error by the center fielder, and then on her second attempt singles on a line drive to the third baseman. Make it ball 2 now to Sadi Morales. Make it ball 3. Munoz delivers, and that's going to be a called strike inside. So 3 balls and a strike with 1 out, 9-2's a score. You're listening to Art Sandoval, flying solo tonight. And that one's going to be foul for strike number 2. The Lady Coyotes will be back in action on March the 16th at Portales as they have a doubleheader. And then at Lovington with the single game on the 18th. And then on the 21st, Clinton, Texas will come down to Roswell and take on the Lady Coyotes. That one's going to be hit high. Should be an out, and that time the ball will be in play. It will be a fly ball to the left fielder. And that's going to be out number 2. Coming up to the plate now will be Bella Ornelas. She is 1 for 2. And And that one is going to be in and out of the glove of the third baseman. Bella Ornelas flies out to center field on her first at bat. Second at bat, doubles on a fly ball to the center fielder. And right here, Bella dodged the bullet as it's in and out of the glove. Not on the exchange, but in and out of the glove of the third baseman. That's Aaliyah Aguilar. There's the pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. The Dexter Demons, after this game, the Dexter Demons will have a game at Capitan. Looks like that's going to be a single game, which Ornelas draws another ball. Then on the 24th and 25th, looks like Dexter has a couple of games. It says TBA, according to Max Preps. And that's going to be fouled back. And then that's about it for the month of March. April 1, go to Lovington, go to Tularosa on April 3rd, and then Capitan will go to Dexter after the fact, as Ornelas will hit a base hit to the left field for a single. So Ornelas now at first base, bringing up to the plate, will be Elena Tarin. Elena Tarin is 1 for 2, struck out looking, and then singles on a fly ball to the right field. And now she is facing Munoz once again as she draws ball 1. Looking at Dexter's schedule here, they do play East Mountain at East Mountain, play Ruidoso at Tucumcari, and then East Mountain comes back to Dexter and plays Jowl as well. And that is their district competition as one gets by the catcher on the pass ball. Going back now to the Roswell schedule, as Elena Tarin has 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. She is currently 1 for 2, but talking about the Roswell Lady Coyotes schedule, as we talked about playing Dexter today, which that's going to be another ball on Tarin. It looks like they're underway for 2 victories today, and then at Portales, as they play Portales already, and should be 2 more wins for Portales, and then at Lovington. Play Clint, Texas, so they should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive wins, I would think, as they played Clint last time and beat them 16-0. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Excuse me. March 28th, we'll have a doubleheader against the Lady Rockets. That game will be played at Roswell High School. And then at Goddard will be at the Goddard Rockets Stadium again. So that'll be the end of district play for Roswell High School at the end of April 8th. That's going to be foul ball back. And then they begin district play. And a real tough district with Hobbs and definitely Carlsbad. That's going to be foul ball once again. Yeah, once district play starts, reviewing Max Preps, Hobbs, and then Carlsbad. And this is why you need to play a tough schedule right now to prepare for Hobbs and Carlsbad. Clovis, for the most part, will be okay, but playing those 2 caliber teams will be interesting to see. But right now in this game, as Roswell's taking on Dexter, and that's going to be foul back once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Score is 9-2. As Elena Tarin continues to battle. The time is 7:25 here on Tuesday, March the 14th. At the end of this week, the Roswell Independent School District will go on spring break And that's going to be swing and a miss for out number 3. So at the end of 4, at the end of 4, the Lady Coyotes, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 22 pitches by Munoz. Coming up for Dexter is Yolanda Mendoza, Aguilar, and Munoz. Thanks for tuning in and listening to KSVPTV.com. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's worst nightmare. You know storm chasers, those out-of-town roofers that descend on neighborhoods after big storms. They come in, do a crummy job, then poof, they're gone forever. Well, a few years ago, our area had a hailstorm, and right on cue, storm chasers showed up. I was driving home from work one evening and saw one talking to an elderly lady on her porch. I said, "Not today, buddy." I did a U-turn, pulled in the driveway, and walked right up to them. I warned the woman who they were talking to, and I chased away the storm chaser. The woman's daughter called me later and said a storm chaser ripped them off a few years ago. She thanked me for stopping this one and chose Trustmark for her roof. Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's nightmare. Every homeowner's champion. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring and roof gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF. Or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
All right, at the end of 4, the Lady Coyotes had no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 22 pitches, as mentioned, for Munoz. Now coming up for Dexter is Yolanda Mendoza, Aguilar on deck, and Munoz in the hole. 9-2 the score as we begin the top half of the 5th inning. And the pitcher still Daniela Hernandez doing her job in the bump. As I call it the bump, it's actually the circle. The old baseball term. That's going to be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs to Mendoza. That's going to be upstairs for ball 2. And ball 3 in the dirt. And that's going to be fouled back for another pitch. Let's see how many pitches that Daniela Hernandez has. She has 58 pitches in 4 innings complete. There's the pitch once again. Nice changeup, and that one's going to be a base hit to the left side. And now bringing up to the plate will be Aguilar, Aaliyah Aguilar. Currently 0 for 0 as she has a walk. And there's going to be a base hit now. She's 1 for 1. So now Dexter has runners at first and second base. Now up to bat will be Daniela Munoz. Munoz struck out swinging and grounded out to the shortstop on a great play by Sadia Morales. That's going to be ball 1. And it looks like there's a throwdown from Marquez to the first baseman. But Mendoza will be safe at third base as she will get credit for the stolen base. Let's see what Dexter's going to do here. Looks like they might have a courtesy runner. I don't know if there was a partial injury or What is Aguilar? Is fine, but they're going to change the runner. So it might be a pinch runner. That's going to be number 19, Rivas. Munoz still a hitter. And that's exactly what was going on. It looks like there might have been an injury. So number 19, that's going to be a pinch runner. That is going to be, okay, number 19 is going to stay as Rivas. At this point. 9-2 is the score. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. They're going to say 2 balls. And there's the pitch, and that's going to be 3 balls and a donut. 9-2 is the score. Runners at first and third base for the Lady Demons. There is the pitch, and that's going to be strike 1. As that's a called strike. 3 balls and a strike. And there's going to be a dribbler to the third base, and she's going to be safe for the base hit. So the ball will be in play. Ground ball to third base. And Mendoza will score, and Rivas will advance to second base. So the score now is 9-3. Bringing it up to the plate will be Emily Salas for the Lady Demons. Salas is 1 for 2 in this ball game as she grounded out and singled on a line drive to the left fielder. That one's going to be hit hard, and it's deep to the center fielder, but Emily Esquivel will catch that. Which will make it now the first out of the ball game. 9-3 is the score. Now coming up is Miramontes. And that one's hit hard up the middle. And now Emma Esquivel with the strong arm delivers a bullet to home. Now runners will be juiced for the Lady Demons. So it looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. Looks like there might be a pitching change. And it looks like number 5 will enter the ball game, which is going to be Bella Ornelas. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in about 60 seconds. You're listening to Lady Coyote Softball on KSVPTV.com.
You've heard of a Four Seasons room, but have you heard of a Four Seasons window? Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing and Windows. It might surprise you to learn many windows are built to handle only the cold or only the heat, but not both. In Southeast New Mexico, one or the other doesn't cut it. That's why Trustmark windows are built to handle our Four Seasons climate. The scorching summers, the bone-chilling winters, and everything in between. Special glass coating blocks extreme UV rays. A stout frame prevents warping from the extreme weather changes. And insulated glass is like putting your home in a giant styrofoam cooler in the winter and keeps cold out and warmth in. And in the summer, it keeps heat out and cool in. For our Four Seasons weather, get Four Seasons windows. Call today for your no-obligation spring window assessment, 575-755-7663, or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
All right, welcome back as there's a pitching change. And now on the circle, or in the circle, is Bala Ornelas, as Daniela Hernandez will have a seat. Bases are loaded for the Lady Demons as Rivas at third base, Munoz at second, and Miramontes at first base. Hitting now will be Millis, who is actually 0 for 2 in this ball game. Millis actually flew out to center field and then flew out to left field. She will draw ball number 1. We're here in the top half of the 5th inning. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, and make it the second ball. It is 7:34 here on March 14th, which is Tuesday. That's going to be a called strike. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Ornella steps back, and that's going to be upstairs for another ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Bases are loaded for Dexter. And that's going to be in the dirt for ball number 4. So Millis will draw a walk and get an RBI. Coming up to the plate now is number 10, Jasmine Duran. And that's going to be a ball in the dirt for ball 1. Duran is 0 for 2 as she struck out looking and then lined out to the shortstop. And now she is here in her third opportunity as she faces Bella Ornelas. Ornelas delivers, and that's going to be strike inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases are loaded for Dexter. And they're going to say that's strike number 2. Good location for Ornelas. And you see the blue getting ready to call strike 3, but he hesitates, and that will be ball 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. To the hitter, Duran. And there's going to be a dribbler to Ornelas, and that's going to be an error on the second baseman. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. So the ball will be in play. There's going to be a double error on Ornelas. And so now Dexter has runners at second and third base. So the score now is 9-6 in favor of the Lady Coyotes. That's going to be fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike now. To the hitter, number 21. That's going to be Sarah Phillips. Phillips is 0 for 2 in this ball game, and that's going to be a changeup for swing and a miss. They're going to call that strike 3. So Briscoe, the hitter now. Braxton Briscoe. It's going to be called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Bella Ornelas comes in the ball game in place of Hernandez, there's going to be a dribbler. That's going to be foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Briscoe singled on a fly ball to second base. It actually was over the second base's head and then lines out to center field. That's going to be a changeup that is that one there was almost an illegal pitch. It was kind of a rainbow from this area here. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's the pitch, and that's going to be inside for ball 3. So runners in scoring position. And that's going to be ball 4, and there's going to be a wild pitch, but nobody advances. So now we'll bring up number 22, Yolanda Mendoza, who is 1 for 2. She struck out swinging and then singled on a line drive to left field. Bases are loaded with Millis, Duran, and Briscoe. There's a pitch. That's upstairs for ball 1. Two outs. We're here in the top half of the 5th inning. It's going to be ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. And that's a swing and a miss. And that's going to be foul out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 6-9 is the score. In favor of the Lady Coyotes, Dexter has bases loaded. And that's going to be a changeup upstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runners will be going on the delivery. There's the pitch. And that's going to be based on balls. And let's see what Coach Munoz is going to do here, as it looks like there's a substitution here. See if we can get a number here. Can you get a number on that hitter? Number 1. Okay, so the hitter, originally we had Rivas, but let's see if we're going to sub out here, and that's going to be 1. I don't know who 1 is. They don't have a number 1. Aaliyah Aguilar. Okay, so they have it at 6 here. So Aaliyah Aguilar will enter the ball game, re-enter the ball game, as she was in the ball game already. So she's 1 for 1 in the ball game. She actually had a walk and then a single on a ground ball through the shortstop. Bases are loaded. The score is 9-7. The hitter is Aguilar. 0-2 the count. And that one's going to be fouled back. Excuse me. So let's see if Bella Ornelas can do her job here in the circle. There's the pitch, and that's going to be just a bit outside. Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. I'm sorry, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bella Ornelas, the pitcher. There's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled back. So Ornelas at 32 pitches so far, 0.1 innings pitched. And that one's going to be fouled back as Aguilar continues to fight. Has a battle with Ornelas. Ornelas versus Aguilar. Aguilar, 1 for 1. There's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runners should go in motion. Let's see what happens here. There's the pitch, and that's going to be swing and a miss for strike 3. So the middle part of the 5th inning, Dexter had 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 error by the Coyotes, 47 pitches in that inning. Coming up for Roswell will be Alexia Estrada, Hernandez, and Marquez. We'll be right back. Thank you for listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company. 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
In times of uncertainty, one thing seems to be constant. Crime tends to rise. Zenith Security Services, a locally owned company that's invested in our community, reminds you that for less than 5 quarters a day, you can be proactive in protecting your home, family, and assets with a monitored alarm from a top UL-rated company. The hardest calls we receive at Zenith Security are those needing our services after the fact. Call Zenith Security Services at 575-626-3521 to schedule your free security assessment today.
All right, we're back as the Dexter Lady Demons had 5 runs on 4 hits, and the Lady Coyotes actually committed 2 errors with 47 pitches in that inning. Alexia Estrada will be up for the Lady Coyotes, followed by Hernandez and Marquez. Pitching for Dexter will be Daniela Munoz as she continues. There is the pitch, and that's going to be swing and a miss for strike 1. And that's going to be swing and a miss for strike 2. Let's see what Munoz does here. Excuse me. That was going to be a curveball away. One ball, 2 strikes. Make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. As I would anticipate that Munoz will try to come inside on Estrada here on this pitch. And she does, and strikes her out for out number 1. Coming to the plate will be number 3, Daniela Hernandez. She is 1 for 2 in this ball game as she struck out swinging and then also singles on a fly ball over the second baseman's head. And that's going to be ball 1. Oh, no. There's a hesitation by Blue, but they're going to call it a strike for strike 1. And Munoz goes inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 9-7 is the score. We're here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And there's a swing and a miss. And there's the pitch once again, and Daniela Munoz strikes out Hernandez. So 2 outs in the ball game for Dexter. Coming up will be the number 9 hole hitter, Emily Marquez. She is 1 for 2 in this ball game. Grounded out 1 time and singled on a fly ball over shortstop. That can't be right. Let me find out if that said it right there. Singled on a fly ball, yep, over shortstop's head. So it's going to be strike 1 now as she swings and fouls it back. And there's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's a nice curveball for strike 2 as Marquez fouls it back. Curveball misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see if the tendency works here as Munoz will try to come probably inside to Marquez. And she does, and that's going to be ball 3. Expect the curveball outer half to Marquez. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a swing and a miss for out number 3. So the end of the 5th inning, Roswell has no runs, no hits, no errors, and only 13 pitches for Daniela Munoz. Coming up for Dexter will be Munoz Salas and Miramontes. We'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in and listening to KSVPTV.com. The score is 9-7 in favor of the Lady Coyotes.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
All right, welcome back to Lady Coyote softball as we have some changes here as the junior Sadie Morales will enter the ball game at pitcher. Aragon will go to short. Jasmine Lucero will play third base. Lauren Lucero will go to right field. And Daniela Hernandez will stay in the ball game and go to left field. So that is the changes for the Lady Coyotes as the score is 9-7. We begin the top half of the 6th inning. Coming up to bat for Dexter will be number 12, Daniela Munoz, as she is 1 for 3 in this ball game. Struck out swinging 1 time, grounded out, and singled on a ground ball between third and shortstop. And let's see what the youngster can do here as she is doing her job in the circle as well, as she has been the only pitcher in the ball game for Dexter in Game 2. Sadie Morales now the pitcher, as she steps back and lets one loose, and that's going to be strike one to Morales. Excuse me, strike one to Munoz. And that's going to be upstairs for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. 9-7 is the score in favor of the Lady Coyotes. And that's going to be a nice pitch outside for strike 2. And there's going to be a changeup, and that's going to be popped up to the third baseman for the out. For out number 1. Coming up to the plate now will be number 5, Emily Salas, as she is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Grounded out, single on a line drive to the left side, and then flies out to the center fielder. So she is, as we mentioned, 1 for 3. Morales, the pitcher. And she's going to swing and a miss. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Make it another swing and a miss for strike 2. Counts even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls and 2 strikes. And struck out is Salas. So 2 outs for Lady Coyotes. Coming up to the plate now is Miramontes. And there's going to be a dribbler to the catcher, Emily Marquez. Will make it the 3rd out. Let's see if I can get this ruled here. And I do. So the middle part of the 6th inning. Dexter had no runs, no hits, no errors on 11 pitches by Morales. Roswell will bring up Escobar, Aragon, and Lucero. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KS3PTV.com.
If your car breaks down, no need to cry, because there's always a pal nearby at Big O. At Big O Tires. Locally owned will get you in gear. That's because you've known us for years at Big O. Big O Tires. Don't need to sweat any extra labor. You can always trust a good neighbor at Big O. At Big O Tires. The best service is part of our code. Need a cup of sugar? We're down the road at Big O. At Big O Tires.
Hurry into your local Big O Tires now through January 29th and buy 3 tires, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Nexen or Aspen tires with installation purchase. That's right. Buy 3, get 1 free. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required, not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted.
As we begin the bottom half of the 6th inning, you have Emma Escobar, Aragon on deck, and Lucero in the hole. Munoz still a pitcher for the Lady Demons. There's the first pitch, and that's going to be a called strike on Escobar. There's pitch number 2 upstairs. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. Munoz will probably waste the pitch here and go outer half, possibly with the screwball, if not outer half, and she does go upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Ball 3 as Munoz goes outer half. And there is the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled back. So 112 pitches for Daniela Munoz, 5 complete thus far. Esquivel 1 for 3, as we mentioned earlier. Hit a fly ball and reached on an error by the left fielder. That one's going to be a single up the middle there, as Esquivel will round first, round second, goes to third, and she is going to go ahead and go to 4. So the ball will be in play. It will be a line drive. It'll be a stand-up triple. And then the ball gets away on an error. Esquivel will be safe at home on the throw. Score now is 10-7. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for number 12, Yarida Aragon, as she is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out looking, sacrifice to the catcher area, and then flies out to the second baseman. They're going to call it 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's going to be the second ball. 2 balls and a strike now. And just misses inside for ball 3. Yarida Aragon, the hitter for Roswell. And that's going to be ball 4. So coming up for the Lady Coyotes will be Jasmine Lucero, who is 1 for 2. Single on the line drive to center field. Walked 1 time and then lined out to shortstop. Jasmine Lucero, the right-hand senior, the lone senior in the club, facing Munoz. Swing and a miss for strike 1. You have a runner at first base with Aragon. Lucero, the hitter. She will foul that one off into the dugout area for strike number 2. So 0-2 with no outs. 10-7 is a score in favor of the Lady Coyotes. Munoz facing Lucero, or Lucero facing Munoz. Depends how you want to say it. That's going to be upstairs, and the runner will advance. And we'll call that a pass ball on the catcher. So now you have Yarida Aragon at second base, as she is now in scoring position. Lucero fouls it back for another pitch for Daniela Munoz at 122 pitches now, 5 complete innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Munoz will try to throw a curveball about 2 feet out as she wastes another pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Expect a curveball changeup, potentially, to Lucero. And there's the changeup, and that's going to be a base hit to the left side. Aragon will score. And now brings up the score 11-7. I'm going to give Lucero credit for the double. Might have a injury on the third baseman, Aguilar. I think she was favoring an injury earlier. She came back into the ball game. Yeah, and she's limping off the field a little bit, so it looks like there's going to be another third baseman coming in. I got to get a number there, ladies. Got to find out who the third baseman might be. Number 4 is the third baseman. So we'll bring back Briscoe, but who came in the ball game is what we need to determine. There's going to be a shot to the shortstop. So number 4 is at third base. Who's at left field now? So left field should be Phillips. And then number on the right side, we'll figure it out when they come in here. But that's going to be a line drive. Ball in play to the shortstop. For the first out. So if we can get a number here in just a moment for the right fielder, I can get you that information here in just a moment, as number 4 is the hitter now for the Lady Coyotes. That's Lauren Lucero. As Lucero, she strikes out. That's going to be a big error on the second baseman. Another run scores. So that can't be Ornelas. That has to be Lauren Lucero. There it is. Okay, so and that was Tarin that just hit that? Yes. So that ball's going to be in play. And that is Alexia Estrada. She strikes out. So at the end of the 6th inning, The Lady Coyotes have 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error. 27 pitches by Munoz once again. Coming up for Dexter will be Millis, Duran, and Phillips. Score is 12-7. Thanks for listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
It's time again for Central Valley Electric Cooperative's annual meeting. The drive-through meeting will be Saturday, March 18th in the Bulldog Bowl parking lot in Artesia. Drive-through anytime between 9 a.m. and noon. First 200 registered members will receive a $50 gift card and a chance to win door prizes. It's your co-op, so come out and vote for members of the Board of Trustees and other matters. CVE's drive-through annual meeting, Saturday, March 18th. We hope to see you there.
Eastern New Mexico University in Portales is proud to offer potential students the opportunity to attend ENMU tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. And now we are proud to announce the newly created Freshman Hound Housing Room Grant, which will allow students the opportunity to receive up to $3,000 per year off their housing costs when living on the ENMU campus. For more information on how ENMU is making higher education more affordable for you and your family members, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Millis, Duran, and Phillips will be the 3 hitters for the Dexter Lady Demons as we begin the top half of the 7th inning. Score is 12-7 as Sadia Morales will be the pitcher for the Lady Coyotes in the circle here as she came in the 6th. Strike 1 to Millis. 1 ball, 1 strike. As we mentioned earlier, the Lady Coyotes will be back in action on the 16th of March at Portales. They have played Portales twice already, beating Portales 12-0, 21-3 back on March the 8th. I'm sorry, there was only a single. On March the 8th, they beat them 12-0. The count is now 3 balls and a strike. That's going to be fouled back. Three balls, 2 strikes to Millis. There is the delivery and swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the first out. Bring it up to the plate now will be number 10, Duran. Jasmine Duran swings and a miss. Duran is 0 for 3 in the ball game. Strikes out looking, lines out to shortstop, hits a ground ball, and reaches on an error by the pitcher. That's going to be strike 2. Nothing in 2 with 1 out. We're here in the 7th as the Lady Coyotes currently lead 12-7. And that's going to be an inside pitch for strike number 3, called looking. Coming up to the plate now will be number 21, Sarah Phillips, who also is 0 for 3 in this ball game. Struck out looking, hit a ground ball, and reaches on an error by the first baseman, and then strikes out swinging. So 2 Ks for Phillips. And that one's going to be foul to the right side. There's the pitch, and that's going to be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Phillips. There's going to be another foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and let's see if Morales will throw the curveball or the changeup here. And she does throw the changeup, and that one is for a strike. So that will be the ball game. Let's go to game over here. Let's go to skip and finalize as the Roswell Coyotes win 12-7 in this ball game. So, excuse me, real quick on the stats. We're going to go start out with the Dexter Lady Demons as Daniela Munoz has 1 for 4 with 1 run, 1 RBI, as Salas also has 1 hit with 4 at-bats, 2 RBIs and a strikeout, followed by Miramontes with 1 hit, 4 at-bats, 1 run. And then Millis was 0 for 3 but had a run with an RBI and a base on balls with 1 strikeout. Duran had 2 RBIs. She was 0 for 4, had 2 strikeouts. And then Phillips also had 2 strikeouts. Briscoe was 1 for 2 with 1 run scored, 1 base on balls, along with Mendoza, 1 hit at 2 at-bats, 1 run scored, 1 RBI, 1 base on balls, and 1 strikeout. And then Aguilar was also 1 for 2 with 1 hit, 1 base on balls, and 1 strikeout. Total at-bats for the Dexter Demons is 28 with 6 hits, 7 runs scored, and 7 RBIs, 4 base on balls, and 9 strikeouts. And for the Roswell Lady Coyotes, Emma Escobar was 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored with an RBI, and Yarida Aragon was hitless but had 1 run with 1 base on balls. And then Jasmine Lucero was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 1 base on ball. And Sadia Morales with 1 for 4 with 1 run scored. Bella Ornelas 2 for 3 with 1 run scored with 3 RBIs. Lauren Lucero was 0 for 1, and Elena Tarin was 1 for 4 with 1 run scored and an RBI with 2 strikeouts. And Alexa Estrada, it was a kind of a bad second game for her as she was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Daniela Hernandez 1 for 3 with 1 run scored and 2 strikeouts. And Emily Marcus was 1 for 3 with 1 RBI and 2 walks with, 1 for 3 with 1 run scored and 1 strikeouts. 31 total at bats for Roswell High School with 10 hits, 12 runs scored, and 8 RBIs total with 2 base on balls and 11 strikeouts for the youngster Munoz. Innings pitched for Daniela Munoz, 6 total innings, 10 hits, 12 runs, 6 earned with 2 base on balls, and as I mentioned earlier, 11 strikeouts in 6 complete. And for the Roswell Lady Coyotes, Daniela Hernandez went 4.1 innings with 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs with 1 base on balls and 4 strikeouts. Bella Ornelas comes in with 0.2 innings pitched with 1 run, 3 base on balls, 2 strikeouts, and then the junior came in, Sadia Morales, pitching 1.2 innings, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no base on balls with 3 strikeouts. Totals 6.2 innings, 6 hits total, 7 runs, 4 earned, 4 base on balls with 9 strikeouts and no home runs. And that will do it for the statistics here. The Lady Coyotes now improve their record to 5-1. As I mentioned earlier, we'll be traveling to Portales for a doubleheader on March 16th. And the Lady Demons will also be in action on the 21st against Capitan at Capitan. We're going to close this out. We'll see you next time. 12-7, Coyotes win. Have a good night. Safe travels back to Dexter, and it's always great to be a Coyote. Good night.